Hey guys, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you see that at the corner, that's a bank. And I wanted to pay something at the bank. There's every kind of, I don't know, logical person that I am. I wanted to pay it by card. And remember, in one of my videos I said that in Morocco they don't accept cards in many places where you expect them to accept cards. Well, this is Spain. And yeah, guess what? A bank does not accept payment by card. I need to pay in cash or take out cash from the ATM and pay by cash. Am I missing something? Isn't the purpose of a bank exactly that? To intermediate cash? What exactly is the purpose of this bank? Why does it function? Or how does it function? As I mentioned, Morocco. Today is the day I talk about frankly, the best part of Morocco. The day we went to the desert. Yeah, today we talk about Merzouga. So it all started in Fez. Youssef, the tour guide, came to pick us up. I'm not sponsored by them. On the contrary, I had to pay for their services. But I don't regret anything. They had 3 tiers of service. The normal, extra and luxury. We chose the middle one because, it seemed like the safest bet. I would be very curious to see how luxury and the top one would be because the middle one was more than enough for our requirements. But yeah, My Travel Morocco was really awesome. That's the name of the agency. Again, it's not a plug, it's not a sponsorship. They really offered a nice service. And before choosing them, we asked a few other agencies, and frankly they took so long to answer with the schedule and all that stuff that it was too late. So they were the more efficient ones. So why an agency? Well, because we visited a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't visit by yourself. And I don't really mean only look, there's the thing. No, but the tour, Youssef also explained to us a lot of stuff about day-to-day life in Morocco. And, well, basically, he was there to answer all your questions. If you had any kind of curiosity, he would answer to the best of his knowledge. And yeah, he picked us up in Fez at 9 o'clock. We were in a bit of a hurry because the trip started in Fez, but the interesting stuff started with the sunset in Merzouga, which we thought, what's so special about a sunset? Well, you'll see. And frankly, the road trip, while interesting as in it had nice views, we had a few stops along the way, it is very long and very boring. That's why I said, and I will repeat it, I would not like to go to Morocco with my bike. That convinced me even more about that. The view up until the Atlas Mountains is pretty, it's Spain basically. We didn't see much of a difference. In the Atlas Mountains you stop to see the monkeys. There are some monkeys in the forest. They're pretty unfriendly, which I enjoyed, meaning they're not really that accustomed to people, to humans, and that's always a pleasant thing to see. And then we stopped in Moroccan Swiss town. So, the Atlas Mountains. At first, they're not really that impressive. It's just mountains. But when you go further down south, you start seeing the difference in geography. Hey, kitty! Don't get scared, kitty. I love kitties. Then we reached an area which I think Tingir or something like that it's called, where there's sort of like a river of palm trees. We took some pictures. Besides, you can see it from above. It's a valley, and you can see all the palm trees, all that stuff. It's super awesome. I enjoyed that view. It doesn't translate in pictures. You really have to be there, which is something I'm gonna say for most of what you're gonna see from videos and pictures and all that I'm gonna put up. Also, you might be wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Madrid, but we're taking the off-road route because, frankly, it kind of goes with the theme of desert. While this is not exactly a desert, you should see it in the summer. It's close enough. We had to reach the desert so that we could ride the dromedary up to the desert camp through the dunes. Not a fan of riding on animals. I myself, if I would have a choice of riding an animal, I would actually prefer to walk through the desert, but whatever. Anyway, we got to the desert area, the dune area, and the guide, well, actually everybody, uses the dunes as a highway. You're allowed to do whatever the hell you want to do. In the dunes, there's no restriction in any manner. This way? Really? The dunes are not... the sand is not beach sand. It is very, very, very different. It's got a different feel, it's got a different... That's a fox? Cool. We saw a fox. What does the fox say? It says, go the fuck away from my area. Desert is actually quite nice, and desert sand is distinct from beach sand. And we reached there. The guide let us take some pictures. Then he left us with the dromedary handlers or something, which again, you're gonna be a bit shocked. The guy that took us, he was, I don't know, 15 or something like that. The idea of riding a dromedary is you get on the dromedary and the person guides it at a walking pace to the desert camp. Now, I thought, whatever, what a touristy bullshit thing to do. But it was actually one of the calmest things I've experienced. What's this? I mean, the sand being, well, sand, it doesn't actually reverberate, and it creates such a silent and tranquil atmosphere that I don't know, you have to experience it. It's just so calm, and you hear the footsteps of the dromedary like boom, boom, boom. you hear the tauntaun noise from Star Wars because, well, it is obviously that's where they got the the sounds and the idea. We stopped along the dunes to watch the sunset. Then we moved on. After the sunset, we moved on to the desert camp. I have some critiques about it, but it's an experience. You see, it's very it's luxurious. You know what? Let me see. Let me show you this. This is a tent. If you can believe it, that's a tent. It's got air conditioning. It's got shower and a toilet inside, and yeah, that's a tent. Look, when I heard everybody saying, "Oh, you gotta experience spending the night in a haima," the desert nomad tent, I was really thinking of a desert nomad tent, not something that's better than my house. So let me tell you, you get there by dromedary. The dromedary handlers, again, they don't ask for a tip, they don't ask for anything. They have some stuff to sell you. If you want to buy. If you don't want to buy, you don't buy. It's no pressure whatsoever. We bought some presents because there were nice handmade things out of fossil stone. We'll get into that when we get to the fossil part. And we went to the camp where our bags were expecting us because the guide left them there. And it was again a nice atmosphere with a cozy fire and some carpets laid out in the desert, on the sand, and some nice places and tables you can sit on and enjoy the atmosphere. Then they showed us to the tent. Again, the tent, in quotes, big quotes. And we spent an hour or something like that, and we went for dinner. We woke up the next morning to see the sunrise over the dunes, which, whatever, frankly. Had breakfast, and we waited for Yusef to come and take us to the next part of the trip. So, the first experience with the desert, I'm gonna tell you that is where I would have wanted to have little Bluey here. But I still hold the idea that no, I would not want to go there by bike. So yeah, we started the day. Yusef came in a traditional Berber costume, suit, whatever. He had a turban and all that. It was we had to go basically on the other side of the dunes, see some villages and how people live there, see some nomads, real nomads, spend some time with them. Then he explained to us how they live, how they herd camels and dromedaries, and what their lifestyle is. But if you want the authentic and the experience of that, of how they live, well, that you get with a tour. By yourself, you don't think, oh look, a nomad tent, let's go there and ask them how they live and how their life is and all that stuff. So that's where guides come into place. It's a more immersive experience. Then he let us drive the car. Then we visited some quarries. They mine fossil stone. It's stone with lots of fossils like trilobites and squid and stuff like that. They make a lot of crap, a lot of stuff out of it. And well, we spent the day doing that, riding the car in the dunes, seeing dromedaries, giving water to dromedaries, and talking about life in the desert and how nomads were. You see, Moroccans weren't Muslim. The Muslims came and well, they converted them like any other thing. The natives are Berber, or they're sort of like, well, you see, Berber is sort of like a slang or an insult. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher all this. I'm gonna put it on in text form, that way I don't insult anybody. That's the official name. Yeah, all the southern part is more traditional, so to speak, but not traditional Muslim, traditional Berber. And well, we spent the day finding out about that, seeing the mines and all that, and then we went to the Riad, which was very close to the main road. And let me tell you, the Riad, this was the first experience with a Riad from the travel agency, not that we took on our own. And well, we went for the authentic part while choosing Riads, whereas the travel agency gave us the more luxurious part, which was awesome. It also had a pool. We bathed in the pool, and while we were in October, the temperature was pretty fine. As long as you had sun out, you had heat. There was a kitschy something next to the Riad that looked like a Las Vegas casino or something like that. No idea what it was, but it was really kitschy. I don't know, some people might like it. And I personally enjoyed the sound of bikers coming back from their dune session at night. It was really, really awesome. This was a reoccurring theme. Always hearing something, oh, we're gonna go to a market. Yeah, well, whatever. And then we left impressed. So the market is a market. It's not a touristy market. It's a market for people that live there. And they do things a bit different from what I know. For example, they have a service, a cart service. So there are people with carts in the market that they do just that. You fill the cart with stuff and they taxi you to your house, to your whatever, wherever you need, with all the things you bought. Then something that I really enjoyed that I haven't seen for a while. Okay, so this way. That I haven't seen for a while is the true recycling of material. You see, they make sandals out of old tires. They also make buckets. That's the true recycling. It's actually quite nice seeing a sandal with a tire thread on on their sole. Not really dressed for off-road. So a fall here is gonna dirty my clothes. Okay, let's try and avoid this. I would rather fall here than there. Okay. They grow lots of dates. Dates as in the fruit of the palm tree. As they have lots of palm trees, obviously. And they use the seeds, the center part of the date, to make something like a coffee. They ground it up and you can make like a coffee thing with those seeds. It's an acquired taste, I guess. I don't dislike it, but it's not coffee. It's not caffeinated, so at least you can drink it whenever you want. And yeah, then we went to the next riad. You see, we preferred to try a new riad every night, as well it's a better experience and it's interesting. We had breakfast and dinner included in every riad, and the experience is really awesome because while food is more or less the same, because there's not much variety, as I said, they can vary enough to make it interesting. Well, it was still light outside. We decided to go for a walk in the dunes until sunset. And again, while being on our own, no dromedary, no nothing, it was such a chill experience and such a tranquil few hours. We went up a dune and you could see the whole, well, I don't know, area. It wasn't exactly a village or anything like that. The next day is gonna be in another video where we rode some quads in the dunes, and we experienced some other things. But that's it for now. Those are the first 2 nights in the dunes. See you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell so they notify you when I put up new videos. Or if you prefer, follow me on Instagram. And I don't know, did I say all the bullshit, or do I need to say anything else? No, I think that's it. Anyway, goodbye, and thanks for watching.